Welcome back to Football Manager 24. This is, of course, the unemployed journeyman save, and we find ourselves unemployed no longer. We are in Croatia in the, I believe, second division underneath the big boys up at the top. And boy, did I get to pick a fun team. I did go ahead and create kits for this club. I think these are similar to ones they were in 2023. They have different ones this year that don't look as good, so I just kind of played around with it. But yeah, this squad is rough. I've got a suspension. That's not the end of the world. We'll get through one game just fine. But I think the real struggle here is that these guys are naturally on both wings, but they're terrible so far this year, so we will swap them. And that'll be okay. My striker has only scored 4 goals this year, but I do have these two combining for 22 over the course of the year, which is not bad. But the big problem is the finances. We are losing money very quickly. We've got 4 months worth of loss. We are halfway through November, and we are down. We'll likely end November at about, negative £65,000. Multiply that out by 3, we're going to be 180, 200,000 pounds in the hole by the end of the year, which is my entire wage budget. So I can't imagine that even if by some miracle we end up getting promoted out of this league, or even if we win the league, because we have little more than half of the points of first place, that the promotion money is good enough to level that out. And I think there used to be a way to see it, but I don't remember quite where it is. Anywho, it's going to be rough. It's going to be a tough time. But we will do what we can. Ultimately, the goal is to get some badges, because I currently have none still, as you can tell by this bar right here. I have no coaching qualifications, which is not a great spot to be in. So we will forge ahead. First game is in 6 days. I've got training. I don't really want to focus on training too much, but I'll pop in here every once in a while. Scouting, we don't even really have a budget to do anything with. We have negative transfer budget. We have no wage budget remaining, and things are bad. Things are rough. It's gonna be tight here. I don't envision myself staying at Yarun for any amount of time, but get through the season, hopefully get them into a spot where they're happy to spend a little bit of money on me so that I can get some badges. Otherwise, I will start looking around and see if I can't find a slightly more financially stable environment. But anywho, let's get moving. This is going to be very hard. I'm under no illusions that it's going to be incredibly difficult. Do we have a data hub yet? What are we good at? I think there used to be, and I don't remember where this is, but there used to be a way that you can check your stats of your team compared to the rest of the league, kind of on average. But I don't remember where that was. Oh, comparison? Yeah, okay. This is what I'm looking for. So this is a great way to start, to see how we should be generally. So if we take a look at the physical, we get rid of goalkeepers because they shouldn't count. We got a fairly quick team. Midfielders are quick. Strikers are not quick, so that's good to know. Mentality. Strikers have good decision-making. Oh, and they beat the average on aggression and off the ball, which is nice, so we'll probably use that to our advantage. Midfielders have pretty good anticipation and flair, so some more playmakers than the average team. And good decision-making from the defenders, as well as above-average flair, which, who cares? Above-average positioning, which is encouraging, because they will be able to be in the right spot more often than not, but we also are pretty much in the middle of the road. Really low on concentration, which is a tremendous concern. So I'm going to have to make sure that they stay locked in, but we'll see. The work rate is fine. Kind of across. Oh, man. No work rate. I've got poachers up front, which is all right. Physically speaking, our strikers are not that quick. They jump pretty well. They're fairly fit. Not strong. Poachers. The midfield is pretty good physically. They're quicker than the average. Stronger than average, more agile, better balance. And defenders physically stack up pretty well. The jumping is not good, so maybe we force or we try to prevent crosses best we can. Fitness, not great. I don't anticipate the defenders doing a lot of running around. If I keep a high line, tell you what, that actually is worth looking into. So if I do my out of possession, I'll keep a high press, but I do want them to drop off more to go ahead and close the space here. Because I already have the holding midfielder, I think dropping off makes sense. I also don't want crosses because they're not terribly tall. I actually can't stand basketball. I think there's too much scoring. It's why I prefer football over anything, because there's so much that needs to happen for a team to score a goal. It's a lot more entertaining to me. So no, I don't follow the NBA whatsoever. I've got guys at work who care about the NBA, so occasionally I'll ask questions just to, show some interest in them more than anything, but they also know that I don't know terribly much about it, which is fine. Oh, hey, I should probably set up training, huh? Goalkeeping coach, take care of the goalkeeping. How's your set pieces? 2, fitness is 1. Nice. I am going to need you to help out in... You're pretty good defensively, but you're not allowed. All right. 8 in attacking, 8 in mental, so I am going to go ahead and give you all of those. Nope, I'm going to give you 3 of those, I suppose. Nope, I need to give you all of them because I need to take care of training and set pieces and defending. Yikes. My favorite sport apart from football? I do like baseball. A big fan of American baseball. I guess I don't know, are there other kinds of baseball? I have no idea. I guess they have the World Baseball Classic, so I think baseball is just the name of it. But anywho, I do like baseball, which skews a lot more toward... it's slow. It's a lot slower. I also like hockey a good bit, just because it's kind of got the same vibe as football, and that it's constant. You have to be unbelievably athletically talented, and it's just exciting. Playoff hockey is unmatched from a drama and excitement kind of perspective. It's so good. Let's see. Oh, we did it. We'd reached the thing proper. Do I get credit for that? Maybe not. Then they just want to not get relegated. Nice and easy. Sounds good. The most played sport is probably American football. And if it's not American football, it's probably baseball. Basketball's big, but I think outside of bigger cities, not a lot of people play basketball. That is my understanding. Tends to be that once you get outside of bigger cities, or the South, because the South is crazy big on American football. Baseball is played pretty much everywhere, especially in places that are a little more rural, like the northern, or like a Norfolk or Suffolk, if we're making an English comparison, or like anywhere like Northumbria and the like. Those places would play baseball for sure. Most like schools have a basketball team, but most teams that have a basketball team also have a baseball team. And I think just based on numbers, there are only 5 players on the court for basketball and 11 on the field for baseball. So I think technically there are more people that play football and baseball for sure. But soccer's on the rise ever so slowly. Or football proper, is on the rise, but slowly, because we can't help but shoot ourselves in the foot as Americans to focus more on the MLS being the MLS. Yeah. Which is a shame. Because I would love to enjoy American football, but it just isn't that good, ultimately. Oh, right. I'm learning the language. That's true. Partially. I think we're going to get embarrassed pretty quickly. I think there's a really solid chance that the U.S. doesn't make it out of the group stage. I think I mentioned this in the last stream, but somebody asked me a while back. If England and the U.S. were to play a game against each other in the World Cup, who would I root for? Who would I support? And it was hard to find the answer immediately. Like, I didn't have an immediate answer. And then I think I landed on that I would probably want England to win the game, because I'm a Chelsea supporter and I just have a better handle on English football than I do American at this point. But it is exciting that it'll be here, for sure. I am looking forward to hosting. I think it's hard to say the American people like anything as a unit. We have 350 million people here. But no, I don't think there's much of a thought. I think Americans tend to be very self-involved for the most part. The only times we tend to think outside of America are for like political reasons. So Canada and Mexico for the most part. A lot of, let me tell you, really funny jokes on our Independence Day, July 4th, after what we call the American Revolution. We beat those Brits, and I frankly could care. But I think so. Most people I talk to are pretty, pleased with the English, or the British, I suppose. Like, I don't know if the average American could differentiate between Scotland, Wales, Ireland, Northern Ireland, and England, to be perfectly honest, especially if you introduce them to somebody from Newcastle and say, hey, what country are they from? But, I think that's something. That's just because we're dumb. I don't know. I'm not much of a conspiracy guy, but I'm pretty sure that that's going to be impossible. I think that that's one of those games, the US and Iran, that FIFA are going to prevent from happening, if that's even an option. I don't know how they go about it, but surely they wouldn't let that happen. No, this squad is bad, but I'm not going to tell we need the fans. Club's potential is great. I need them to work. He's great. I hope he stays. Man, I don't care. I'm not going to answer your question. Yep, focusing on the league. All right. Oof. I will say that I am not. I haven't looked into who else qualified for the World Cup at this point. I would have to assume that Iran have qualified for you all to be interested in seeing a potential matchup between Iran and the U.S. But I know that European teams haven't qualified yet. But that qualification's still underway, right? Decent team, won't win. Look, I don't know. I don't like Pochettino whatsoever, so I can't even take for granted that we're participating in a World Cup, let alone kind of expecting to get through past the group stage, in all honesty. I think we are worse than our world ranking is. I think we're like 15th or 16th or something like that. And to then turn around and say a club or a country like Switzerland is worse is, I just don't think, true. I think all the talent that exists in Europe and South America, and to a lesser extent Asia, depending on the country, I really do think the American-born players are not that great at the end of the day. Some are good, right? Like a handful play in the Premier League, a couple in the Bundesliga, a couple in Serie A, La Liga, and the like. Bundesliga, if I didn't say that. But it's a handful, right? Most Americans play in America, and not a lot of players come to America in the prime of their career. And I think that's not where we want to be. It's not where we should be, but it's where we are as a nation. What's up, Cedar? Welcome to the party. I was playing some backyard baseball earlier, but no longer. We're back to Football Manager. And hey, this club is dangerous. Oh, I meant to bring this up. Give me just a second. I'm gonna toss this very good picture. I was doing I'm doing an off-stream journeyman just so I can keep playing the game and not make too much progress. Babe Ruth, yeah, he retired back in the early 1940s, so pretty good. That's good ball knowledge. No, I'm gonna drop this on the screen. Just be aware an image is about to pop up. I was playing for a Japanese team, or I was managing a Japanese team. This is what I inherited. And I show you the contract page in descending order because I had this guy up at the top earning more than double the wage bill when I took over. And it blew my mind. The first thing that came to mind was that I think that really old tweet or meme or whatever of, hey, help with my budget. I am, my family is starving. This dude, so I do, because I'm American, I've learned I learned the sport through pound sterling, British pound sterling. I also, because I'm an American, we do salaries over the course of the year as opposed to a weekly wage for the most part. Either it's hourly or it's weekly or monthly or annual. But most of the time I've had an annual pay job. So these are all pounds per year that they earn. But anyway, this guy earned what, like 4 or 5, no, way more. 8, I think it's 8 times the next highest paid player. And he was complaining that we didn't have depth at the back. And that it blew my mind and made me genuinely angry, which I'm sure you would have enjoyed. But yeah, £430,000 per year. And my wage budget was, I think my wage budget was $600,000. So we were just hemorrhaging money, which is preposterous. And it was all this dude's fault, and he refused to leave to any club, and they didn't want to pay for him because he earns just a stupid amount of money. All the team's wages equal to that number 10. Yeah. I am loosely familiar being a Chelsea supporter. I'm used to that like £200,000 a week kind of number, which doesn't sound that crazy until you multiply it by 52. And that is a $10 million wage all of a sudden. £10 million wage, I should say. It's more US dollars because the pound is a little bit stronger than the US dollar, I believe. We have no money to do this. We can loan him, maybe, for free. If we can loan him for free, I'll do it. Stop. Can we loan him for free? It's not a window. Window's not open. Can't do it. He's consistent, which I do like. I'll toss him on the short list. Who do we think is winning the World Cup? I mean, the easy ones to guess would be, Argentina, France, Spain. I would not be surprised at all if England are able to put something of a decent run together. Just because there's so much talent for England. That's probably your 4. I don't know. An Ancelotti-led Brazil is spooky. I'd have to see a couple of games first, but I'd struggle. Really? Why? What's up with Argentina? Their squad hasn't changed at all. So that's interesting to hear. I think Messi's older, but he's still Messi. England or Portugal? Yeah, I get that. I think Spain's very good. I think France is still pretty good. England just have trouble winning. They have trouble getting it over the line in the last couple rounds, semifinals and finals. I mean, it's hard. Like, I'm not saying they should be expected to win every time, but 1966 is a long time now. Coming up on 60 years. Oh, you know what? That's fair. The last World Cup, that kind of was the general vibe, right? It was the we're doing this for Messi because we don't know how much longer he has type of deal. Yeah, that's a fair point. So we'll see. I'm intrigued, but that is a good point. He may be an option. I don't care. Do I get along well? I don't know anybody. I don't speak the language. Surprise story. Don't care. Every single type of player, then fail to use them. Yep. The first time that I ever saw that happening in real time was the inability to make Frank Lampard and Steven Gerrard work together. I don't know how you can't figure that one out. Not that it's easy, but Steven Gerrard sits deep a little bit. Frank Lampard ends up in the box. You need a third midfielder doing the water carrying, and that's about it. And there were no shortage of water carrying type midfielders at the time. So yeah, I hear you. It's remarkable. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I think there's something to be said that Tuchel and Pochettino both are the 2 most recent Chelsea managers, and I don't love them. I'll say that of the 2, I much prefer Tuchel. I don't like his pressing. Mostly. It's a little disjointed. I do like the style of football a little bit better. Man, I don't know. I don't think Tuchel's. I don't think he's that bad. I don't think he's world class. I don't think he's awful. He's not even earning that much. Yeah, take him off the transfer list. Take him off the transfer list. What are we doing? Why are these guys on the transfer list? Oh no, I offered him out to other clubs. Why would I do that? I can't reduce his. Hey. His transfer value is 0. Reduce his asking price to help generate more interest from other clubs. Doesn't seem viable when the number's already 0, but we'll give it a shot. Oh, for some reason, I feel like he only follows what is available. Yeah, I get that. Yeah. Chelsea won 2 Champions Leagues, one in 2012, one in 2021, and both are some of the most unconvincing victories in Champions League history, as far as I'm concerned. He's, I don't know. We scored on a fluke touch and finish from Kai Havertz. And that was the only goal in the game. Now, defensively, we looked really good. No. And I think we had a lot of lucky bounces in the Bayern game in 2012. But, I mean, that was so long ago that it's hard to remember it any other way than something of a Cinderella story. But yeah, we didn't do anything special. Mason Mount ball out to Kai Havertz, who barely puts the ball past Ederson. It makes contact with his knee on the way into the goal. No, I don't know. I don't think he's the greatest by any stretch. I have kind of, as I've gotten older a little bit too, I've started to recognize that a goal is a goal, a win is a win. I don't really care how it happens. That doesn't mean I have to like the way. Like if Sean Dyche is managing England to a World Cup, he's gonna do it by playing absolute garbage football, by tossing 9 guys back at all times, putting a target man up front and saying, well, we'll see what happens. But it's all about the tournament. If you lift a trophy at the end of it, doesn't matter. That is different in the Premier League, though, because you got to do it 38 times in a season, and that's impossible to do. Nobody's winning a league playing with low blocks, unless... Well, I guess I was going to say unless you're Atletico Madrid, but they don't win leagues terribly often. They win trophies from time to time, but that is Barcelona and Real Madrid's league to lose in any given year. Yeah. That's kind of different, though. Like, if you give Sean Dyche $1 billion to spend on his club or on his players, then I'm sure he could probably do a decent job, too. I also think there was something special about those players too, like Carvalho and Ashley Cole and even like Paulo Ferreira. The first thing that they would do whenever the ball entered into the box is one would throw themselves at the ball and the other would cover Petr Cech's line behind him. It was incredibly defensive, but I also don't know how impressive Mourinho ever was at football. At managing, because we had some of the best players of all time. You are correct. It is, 17 goals, and that record simply will never be broken. 17 goals we let in that year. Total, over a 38-game season, is unbreakable. I don't care. Arsenal have been invincibles. Arsenal are likely to win a title sometime in the near future. But if anybody says that a defense could potentially be, it might actually be a 15. I might be underselling how impressive it was. If anybody says that the Chelsea record can be beaten, then they are out of their mind. There is no way. It simply cannot be done. We must have 3 U21 players in the starting 11. Oh boy. Okay. Well, I guess I need to find some U21 players, huh? This club we don't even have 3 U21 players, do we? And we're selling one. Is that what I just saw? Can I go to the pitch? Can I go to the selection? Special one, I think you mean, Thomas. Man. Yeah, we're selling this U21 player, huh? And he's not great, but he's not bad. And he joins in 2 months. That's fun. That'll be a good time. Okay, well. God. What in the world? I guess I get to use one of these goalkeepers. Do I have any youth players to speak of? Oh, I don't have any youth players. Huh. I may not be at this club terribly long. This is bad. I need a coach. I need a... I guess I don't need a head of youth development. Yeah, right? It's... Things are bad. We do have youth recruitment, so I do need to employ a head of youth development. Okay. I don't really care about performance analyst. I'm not going to check anyway. Scout, I'm probably going to do most of the scouting myself, but I'll hire one, I guess. I'm having to start a gray goalkeeper. Is there any point to even looking at like what if they're any good? That one has more yellow than any others. That one's bad. And that one's bad. Now we're going by height. So that's 6'2". 6'2". 6'2". Well, this is fun. I guess I'll start the one that I own. I guess we're going to toss him out there. This is so bad. This is so bad, dude. Oh, man. No wonder the other guy got sacked so early into the season, because he couldn't field the full starting 11 every game. All right, I've got 2 out there. I need a third, and it's this guy that we're selling, right? Where was he? Oh, Ivan Setko. Good. And he's on loan. Okay, so I just don't get to play either of my first choice center backs? Cool. Oh, man. Is America overrated as a country? That's tough to say, because I think that definitely depends, like state to state, city to city. I definitely don't get the level of patriotism people show. I don't really care much for the America First mentality. I think other countries do just fine. Hell, Canada itself is our next door neighbor, and they are pretty good at running a country. I think they're probably okay. So, I don't know. I don't really want to speak for all Americans, but I personally don't mind. Like, I could be from anywhere. It has helped me get to a decent spot where there's a certain like level of comfort. I don't have a ton of like too much economic hardship. But yeah, I don't care. I could just as easily live in any other country, and I'll learn whatever language and be just as fine. People that like New York say that. I mean, people who like, Austin, Texas, like Austin, Texas, that doesn't necessarily mean they like the country as a whole. It's a lot different, I think, than other countries that way. Is that you can like the city, and then you can also like the states of the 50 states, and then you can also like the country. But there's no reason you can't stop after just the city. I'm from the South. It doesn't sound like it, but I learned how to speak growing up in the North. So I don't really have the accent. Neither of my parents have an accent either. I mean, sorry, I have an American accent. I don't have a Southern American accent. Please allow me to clarify, because I definitely don't sound English. All the way zoomed, all the way down. Key highlights, much faster. May need to be one more. What? Are we wearing our blue kits today? I didn't even check. Yes, okay. I don't know what players are on my team. Okay, Al Ghul is the only one I know. That is Ra's al Ghul. That is Batman's mentor, playing on the right wing. Good dropping. Nice. A lot of good space. Good save off the post. Beautiful. Not Texas. No, Texas is South Central. I am Southeastern. Kind of along the coast, the East Atlantic coast. Geographically, pretty close to to the British Isles, but still across the pond. Great shot. Piplica? What was that? Piplica. You betcha. Yeah, no. Yeah, Texas is very large, but that's only one of the 50 states. So, no, the South stretches from Florida at the bottom up toward North Carolina and Virginia, and then goes as far east as, or as far west as Tennessee, just about Tennessee, Texas. Like, that's as far west and south as it gets. So it's a good chunk of the U.S. is considered south. But the funny part is that because it's so big, that different states will say that they'd have different opinions of what the southern states are. On a technicality, sometime around the Civil War, the American Civil War, in the 1860s, we established something called the Mason-Dixon line at the 36th parallel of longitude, I want to say, which separates Kansas and Nebraska. But if you told somebody from Kansas that they were Southern, then they would lose their mind because they're quite literally in the middle of the U.S. Like, they are dead center of the continental U.S. If you factor in Alaska and Hawaii, then it skews everything. But Kansas is the middle. So to call Kansas South is silly. But anywho, just a little bit of fun, American knowledge for you. And there were different like rules that applied depending on if you're north or south of the Mason-Dixon line. I don't want to put either of these players. Well, he's actually okay. He's fine. I overreacted. Zahirovic over on the left. Play any other positions? Sure don't. We go again. I do like that the touchstone for Texas is Young Sheldon, though. That is a long way from 10-gallon hats and six-shooter pistols. Sounds good. Man, actually, come to think of it, I don't know if I have a specific English touchstone. Like what, if I just had to pick an English person as like, this is what I think of when I think England. I feel like a lot of people would pick like James Bond, if I had to guess, as kind of the stereotypical Englishman. I kind of have a very London-centric view of England. Being a Chelsea supporter. And also just a lot of movies. So a lot of actors and actresses. Off the post. Would have been an own goal, but I will take any goal at this point. If that was a cross, then power to you, but that wasn't a cross, if I had to guess. Man. I'm gonna put you up here. Actually, that works better. Should I just be doing that? I should just be doing that. Okay, well, I'll change that next game. My striker is having a tough time. So I suppose I will put a different striker up top. Poaching, for sure. So I don't know. I guess Daniel Craig as James Bond. Why is it? There you go. That's my that's my cultural touchstone for England. But more than anything, I'd probably pick. I mean, it wouldn't be Keir Starmer. Tell you that much. That is certainly not the man I think of when I think of England. I also wouldn't say somebody like King Charles either, because that's one person, and you can't really say that a royal represents all of a country, or all of England. Well, or Great Britain, I suppose. United Kingdom. I don't know what technically he's the ruler of. I guess it includes Wales. Does it include Ireland? I don't think so, right? Anyway, doesn't matter that much. He's the sovereign. But I wouldn't say that Trump stands for all Americans because, I mean, boy, I'm not a fan. But it does kind of come across that way for a lot of people, that I can't believe that he got elected, and hey, me neither. But I don't know. I don't want to get too politically heavy on anything, but it is kind of inevitable because right now we are very political, kind of across the board. Decent draw. We did play better, but they just had a big low block, and we don't have the ball movement just yet. We didn't have a preseason to get the tactics quite right just yet. I don't think so. I mean, we played better. I don't think that a draw is a bad result. Is that their goalkeeper? Nope, their defender. He was fine. Sure, he's great. I don't care. Current tactical approach. Well, it's been one game, so I wouldn't say I'm exactly tied to it. I don't care. I inherited a bad team. I only play third, followed by 8th, and I have to play U21 players, so that's good. Why do we have a full day of rest on that Monday? Oh, is that... What? Oh, do we have like a winter break? Sure do. Don't play any games in the month of January. We play one game in December, and it's not even a league game. Well, I certainly picked a good club. Oh, man. What a goof. And I have limited myself to no club. Oh. Oh, man. Well, we'll get through these few games, I suppose. We don't play any games in December or January, but we play 3 games in 8 days. Seems like good scheduling. It's good stuff. Oh, man. I don't know what I'm going to do with this team. This genuinely might be one that I resign from if things aren't going that well after these next couple games, because I don't think this is going to be a team that I can turn around. But I'll try and tough it out. Yeah, there's all the clubs that have openings. So bad. So bad. Oh, well, I guess that guy's suspension is served, but he is now injured, so I don't get to use him until February. Oh, yeah, that's right. And this guy's injured for just enough days for him to be out for a considerable amount of time. Yay. Actually, let's move you two real quick. Rest you two for a couple days, because I don't think it matters. You're not one of my U21s? No. Nope. Is there any way... What's the U21 designation? Eligibility. Okay, so nation trained in before 21, right? Is that how I understand it? Nobody under 17. Maximum of 3. Okay, we have exactly 3 non-US or non-natives, non-EU players. Oh, non-EU is not bad. Okay, I can just pick up from anywhere. That's not a problem. Okay, minimum of 10 players between 12th and 19th is weird. Okay, well, God. What a mess. Okay. You're not one of my U21s. Hey, you're pretty good, man. Robertson? If only I could play you. Tell you what, I'm going to be subbing some of these guys out at halftime. I can't believe that this U21 player is transferring away. That blows my mind. Well, here's what we're going to do. We're going to take a look to see if I can pick up any Croatian U21 players up on a free or like an amateur contract would be what I'd love to do. I mean, I can do the math if I need to. I haven't found an easier way to do this yet, which is pretty annoying. I need them before January of... It'll be 25. So let's just do December of 2025, right? Or 21 years of age. It'll be 2025. 2004? Yeah, end of the year. Okay. Unaffiliated. Unattached. Yikes. Must be EU native. And that's everybody. On or before is what I meant. No. On or after is correct. Right? Okay. Expired. I'll take amateur. I'll take youth. Oh my lord. Did I do this wrong? Oh, I guess date of birth doesn't matter because I have the age between. That's fine. Oh, is any. I don't need to be Croatian. No, okay. It didn't do what I wanted. EU national is true. Just like EU national is yes. Whatever. EU national is just European. Can I just do European as a whole? God. Okay. Europe. No. Oh, my lord. Nationality is EU. Come on. EU national. Thank goodness. Nobody. That's a youth contract. That's a non-contract. Unattached. Yikes. Yikes. Moving on. Expired. Expiring. Amateur. Yeah, nothing. We don't have anybody. I would like to... all of Croatia just for the day. Oh, you. I want you. I want you. I need to sign you on an amateur. Nope, you are bad. Ooh. There are no free agents in Croatia, by the way. There we go. Contract expired? Yes, okay. Not good enough. Probably not good enough. Not good enough. Not good enough. Nope. And no. Oh, I played till April. What was the other goalkeeper? This guy. Not good enough. And when would he be able to play until? Oh, February instead of April. That's nice. Yikes, man. All right, well, let's knock this back down to just our league, I suppose. There's almost no need to do any scouting if we're just scouting inside of our own league. But I guess I can try instead of having myself do it. I mean, I'll look at these, I suppose. What the heck? I just did this. Can I sign you? I sign players. Sure. Can I pay you in promises? No. It's not terrible. Oh, we don't have anybody making money. Is that right? This is rough stuff, man. This is going to be a test of my ability. This is crazy. Wow. Okay. No, I can't do that. That's insane. I mean, if nothing else, I have to, I don't care. Do we have a physio, at least? Okay. I guess I'll need a head of sports science for whatever reason. That's fine. No, we don't do individual training. It just never works. Sure. Yup. Can't afford a new contract right now, so I would love to, but I can't. And why would we do that? We can't do anything about it. Basic youth recruitment is bad. Change him to a fringe player. Don't have the midfielders to be able to do that. Don't care. All right, moving on. Yep. Any way that I can get youth recruitment improved? The answer is going to be no. If anybody's wondering if this club in debt was going to splurge on better youth recruitment, of course the answer is about to be no. But I have to ask, just in case. Alrighty. Yeah, we should be better, I hope. I don't know who he is. He seems to be a pretty decent winger. Yeah, win's always important, you dummy. I'd focus on my own. No. There we go. Now we're talking. No. Moving on. More likely to get better questions if I give decent answers. I don't know if that's true or not. I don't spend a lot of time putting thought into the press conferences anyway. I think Varazin are in the Croatian Premier. I don't know what it's called. The Hrvatska Nogometa. Yeah, Varazin right there, and they're not great, but they're there. Man, what I wouldn't give to be at a professional club. Instead of this. Oh, look. Hey, they declined it. Rivals? Okay. They were just going to reject every request that was going to come their way. Very common. Didn't think they would say yes, but sometimes the boards are happy to listen to, hey, we're going to get left behind by our rivals if we don't do this. That works so often. It's actually kind of a little silly, frankly. Alrighty. We are expected to lose. And boy, I gotta say, I agree wholeheartedly. What I don't want to do is just sit in a low block, though. If, you know, I don't even have a goalkeeper. It's crazy. Yeah, I gotta use one of these guys again. Let's check aerial reach. Let's see if there's any yellow. That's pretty good. 7 aerial reach. He's 6'4". Love to see it. All right, you're my keeper for today. For the first half, at least. Oh, what's the worst that could happen, huh? I just want to check. I want to make sure. Yeah, okay. Okay. Yep. Let's go. Hope for the best. I do not feel any amount of confident. Yep. Good. All right, here we go. Are we winning? No. No, we have no money. I tried updating all of the scouting to all of Croatia so that I could see free agents, and it didn't work. So I need to figure out how to take a look to see if I can find players that are free agents that are young enough or on amateur contracts or youth contracts. But that's actually an unbelievable goal. We are up against third place. I don't know whatever the name of this team is. I'll check it out in a minute. Sebenic. This is, oh, well, hey, look, hold on. They have the ball. They have the ball in our defensive third, and we've been scored on. So, at least we're playing games. At least we're playing games. I also forgot that because we're a semi-professional club that we're not paying anybody on the squad more than £17,000 annually. So I went to go look at a striker who was unattached that was pretty good, but he was asking for $20,000 a year. I also forgot that we have zero wage budget remaining. Great ball. Oh, he's offside. Oh, that couldn't have been by much. That was very close. I'm happy scoring a goal, though. Their defense is tired, I just saw. Win that ball. Attaboy. Nice. Way to give it back. He took that off the face. That is excellent work by Ritar. Yeah, I've played this game plenty to know that we're going to get scored on at least 4 or 5 times because I feel vaguely good about the team that I've put in front of this potential promotion candidate. Also, while you were away, I found that we don't play any games in the month of January or December. So I picked a good time to take this team over. I thought about, well, maybe I can start applying for other jobs while here, but no, I promised the board that I wouldn't do that. So things are good. Things are good. I have painted myself into a corner. I was saying that there's a slight chance, a very slight chance that I just resign and get on with it. But I don't think I want to do that. I don't want to start the second half. Okay. Keeper is a real keeper. Left back is a real... Actually, he was fine. He was fine. Get my good center back out there. My 6'4" center back out there, more importantly. Josip Mamic. Yeah, that's an inside forward if I've ever seen one. Probably put you on attack, at least just so we have another option. And you have a winger on attack. Look, if we're not going to win by sitting back, right? Crossing is good enough for you to be on attack. You are also good enough to be on attack. We're going to bring this game to them. We're going to force them to defend, especially because we have 65% possession or something stupid. Yeah, 66% possession at the half. And we've taken more shots and put more on target. Their XG is obviously higher, though. All right. Let's go get that ball. I would love to win a game. We drew one game 0-0, and it was... Oh, come on. That's a crazy attempt. I love the effort, but also speculative. I don't think that made our XG go up any, frankly. Good ball. Beautiful. Striker getting involved. That is his 5th of the year, I believe. 0.02. Nice. Nice. Well, that was better. That had to, so it was what, 0.86? Where are we at? I expected Piplica to get the ball, and I expected Maric to receive the ball. So for Bobic to cross over to Vercic is tremendous. But just look at how dead their back line is. Hey, so glad that I put the real keeper in. That looked like it was on target, at least. Oh, keeper, come claim. Ooh, good. Oh, go get that ball. Maybe it's just a new manager bounce. Maybe that's all this is. The previous game, they just had a crazy low block. No. I read the rule, and I only need 3 U21 players to be in the starting 11, and they have to stay on until halftime. So every time we get to the halfway mark, I'm putting the real goalkeeper on the field from here on out. It's crucial. All right, let's get some sub. Let's make sure we keep some fresh legs, especially in the middle. I don't know. Sure, you're fine. Piplica, I have to sub you off because we've got a game like tomorrow. Oh, nope, I've already used all 5 subs. Well, you're going to rest for the full 2 days. If we could hold on to this, I do the one thing that I've noticed that I really... Well, there's a couple things in the FM24 that hasn't been in other games that I like a lot, is the board and supporter... the board and supporter expectations of what they think is going to happen, because we were supposed to lose this game outright, and it's nice to know that a draw would be a tremendous success. He saved the penalty! Yes! Yes! Oh, I'm going to take all the credit for putting on the standard keeper on at the half. Oh, that rules. He saved a penalty. That is... incredible. All right, can we possess the ball? Let's possess the ball. We're going to dribble the ball less. We're going to work the ball into the box. In transition, we are going to counter press for sure, but we are going to slow the pace down, and then out of possession, dropping off. That's all been fine so far. Though, I am going to compress the lines a little bit. I'm going to pull into a mid block. Yeah, this guy, he's playing out of his mind. Hey, don't concede. Great catch. Good stuff, keeper. Debajadi, but I don't know what that D. I don't know what the D with the horizontal line through the stem. No, good. Go pick that ball up. Go counter. Go get you a third. Go get a third. Or we possess. We played into the corner. Nope. Yes! Yes! And that should do it. Oh. And I don't know if I'm thrilled about the counterattack goal when I've asked them to play more of a possession game. I should have let that play, but oh my lord. A 3-1 win over third place Sibicek. Sibenik. So good. Yeah, I like the possession game. They had a lot of shots, but they also had our keeper played out of his mind. And well, we did have a goal disallowed, so I don't know. I think on balance, if everything happened the way it was supposed to, we still would have won 4-2. Still would have been that 2-goal difference. Though to underperform your XG by a full goal and us overperform by a full goal, oh, that feels good. Absolutely. That rules. Debajati. 4 saves, all 13 passes complete. Fantastic work. Love to see it. Yeah, right, momentum. We were 2-1 up, but man, that's good stuff. Let's see. Yeah, you get praised. You were great. Well done. People should be thrilled by this. Yeah, very pleased. Incredibly pleased. And now I immediately rest the whole squad because we have a game in 2 days. Debajati, man. That's great. Too bad he only gets to play half of every game. I think that's the only negative. Well, I don't really think I care who we have up next because we are... Hrvace is 9th. They are below us in the table. And we are storming. That's ridiculous. If we win, we could be in 3rd. We could be in 3rd. That's dumb. Yeah, all this is bad. Actually, I could probably just use a regular coach. I don't need a fitness coach. Yep. All right. Oh, I did. Were you here when I showed you all the U19s where we have nobody? It's very good. We have more staff than players. We employ a manager. We pay the manager $12,000 a year to look after nobody. So things are good. I do need a head of youth development. Oh, that's right. Yeah. The neighborhood kids and said, yeah, the dream of football is alive and well. Yeah, if only. So yeah, I went here and I checked because they have to be EU nationals because they don't necessarily have to be Croatian, but I went to Croatia. I said yes. I scouted. I guess I could do any, right? See if anybody's interested in a loan. Transfer value of 0. I also need to not be able to pay them is the other thing. So let's do this. Let's knock this over to physical. No. Yeah, physical. Sort by acceleration and pace and stamina. Or stamina first and then acceleration pace. No. Stamina. And then look around. I'm just looking at loans. Is there a loan rule? Can I just have an entire squad of loanees? Let's go to competitions. Let's explore the rules. Maximum of 3 players allowed on loan from a team in the same division. It doesn't sound like there's an upper limit of loans. How many loans do I have now? 4? Interesting. Oh, yeah, that's my backup keeper, too. Okay, that's great. That's my backup keeper doing all the work. Yeah, normally it's 5 or something, right? Or no, I have 5. You're right. I don't know why I said 3. I have 5 guys on loan. But I'm not seeing anywhere that there's a limit. As long as I have 10 players trained in Croatia between 12 and 19, and I definitely have that. I mean, 10. I've got so many guys on the bench. I don't even need to worry about it. Who looked jaded? This guy? Oh, is it these? I don't remember. It doesn't matter. Oh, and in need of rest. Yeah, yeah, that happens. Yeah, I'm trying to rest them. We got half of them resting today. I need this guy to get healthy because we're missing him in a big way. He's going to be my central attack, my late arriving midfielder, my Frank Lampard, so to speak. At 6'1". I love this role in Football Manager. The central midfielder on attack. It's so good. So many goals from edge of the box and in between the edge of the box and the penalty spot. It's so good. Okay, so this worked when we went all attack. So we're going to do that again. Because we're not going to defend our way to staying in the division. All right, I'm going to see about loans, though. Because this could be a significant boon. Where do we need to improve the team? Defense, for sure. I need a goalkeeper. If I need to play a U21 goalkeeper, he may as well be, good. Under 21, don't care about the contract status. I'd like to be able to sign them on loan. I got 22. I can look at 22. That's fine. Attributes, goalkeeping. Aerial reach, I care about. Reflexes, and then command of area. Nope, not good. He looks okay, but not great. Yeah, no. I mean, what I don't want to do is just, you know what? I will. I know I just said I don't want to, but. This is their B team. The team we just beat right here, this is their B team. Their B team gets wages similar to ours. Yeah. But you can, like, the of those midfielders getting output, central midfielder on attack is so good. I mean, even, like, tackling is not terribly important for a central midfielder. You just have them stab in less. That's all. Like, you can prevent them from, you can ease off tackles and not even have to worry about them giving up stupid free kicks in the middle of the park. All right, competitions up, and here is the fun part. I need a goalkeeper that's under 21 that doesn't completely suck. Nope, under 21. 19? Not that good. Nope. 19. Pretty good. No wage contribution? You bet. Found my new goalkeeper. while we're here at, Zagreb, you got any defenders you want to toss my way? Not that good. It tends to be my go-to. A central midfielder on support on the left, and then central midfield on attack to the right. Craig Dawson? Hold on. We got Craig Dawson playing for Zagreb. That's very fun. How long has he been at Zagreb? Oh, that's pretty funny. Kind of out of nowhere. All right, what else? Just let me seal your under 19s. That's a lot of players. I'll take any of these you want to develop. A left-sided defender. I've already got a guy on loan. He looks okay. And Nganch? No. Laganic. Here's the 2-star. Yeah. Ooh. He'd be good for depth. If they'll give him to me for free. Excellent. Squad player. I'll play you wherever you fit. Ooh, nope. Oh, they want a fee? Lame. Did they start that way? Did I misread it? They would require no... Oh, okay. Oh. What? So if I play him as a deep line playmaker, I can have him for free. Though I'd happily pay his wages. But I don't really want a deep line playmaker. I guess I could play... No, I don't need a midfielder. I don't need depth. I'm okay. I don't remember having used it in Gonch ever. I don't even, frankly, recall what they do. Prime creator, a hook that joins the midfield at attack, operates behind the strikers and a playmaker. Sticks to his position, becomes a pivot. As they move around him, it's more stationary. I don't know. That seems ridiculous. It seems very easy to man mark him out of the game. Is what I get out of it. He's good. Man, you're good. Hey, come play for me. On loan. Can I just have him? Okay. They would allow me to pay all of the fee. Or all of his wages? I'll pay for some. Great. I hope they come. Hey, Cam. I'm well. How are you? Probably not. Vlahovic. Nah, probably not good enough, right? This is the first club in a Sunday League no badges start. And boy, does it feel like the first club in exactly that scenario. I've got no wage budget. Finances are in the trash, are in the bin. We have no budget to work with whatsoever. We have a bunch of weird rules. But other than that, great. Things are good. We won. We beat the third-ranked club in the last game. And I am hopeful that continues on into the next one. This is probably not a long-term club, though. All told. That was also the time before they, I think they added a rule at some point where you couldn't just maim your opponents. The other team. It was a fun time. I think I much prefer the Scottish version. I'd have much more fun watching. All right, well, that's everybody that's under 19. Hajduk Split is another good. Oh my lord, I'll take you. Can you be on loan? Are you coming on loan? Do you want to be on loan? Oh, they need 100%. You can be my star player. I'm a Dynamo, Zagreb and Hajduk Split, you best believe. Because as far as I'm aware, there is no loan limit. In the league below. And because we have no money, I think I am trying to get as many free loans as possible. Yeah, I can't get him. Man, that'd have been a good one. Can you imagine if I just pull this guy out of nowhere and we would walk the league? Man. Nope, probably not. Nope. Not well-rounded. Nah. Not quite. Yeah, Rijeka's a good one. I've managed in Croatia with a couple times. It's great. It's really good for youth players of a decent level. Kind of no balance, no anticipation, no composure. What? You just sound like a Balkan. Or somebody from the Balkans. Yeah, you. All right. You're pretty good. Not good enough. Parhika. I will show you in just a moment. I think it's what did I? It's in the title. Jarun, Jarun, in the Croatian second division. They are bad. They are not good, even a little bit. And I kind of regret joining them, but Rijeka? Yeah, they're Croatia's fun, man. For no real reason other than you can become amongst the best team pretty quickly, because there's not a ton of competition outside of Zagreb and Hajduk Split. But Hajduk actually recently not as good. But yeah, it's a blast. Who was I? I can't remember who there were two teams in Croatia that I was with. I'll go back to Rijeka in a second. I don't think it was anybody here. Then I think it's the cup. Yeah, I don't know. I don't recall. I don't think they were. Maybe it was Slaven, actually. Yeah, kind of mid-table. Not great. About 6th place, pretty regular. Are they still, is the question. Is the kit... yeah, it's fine. I don't mind it. I think it's okay, at the very least. All right. What do we got, players? Yeah. Are you? No. No. Don't know why I thought he would be any good. You seem all right. You are not. I think I get too hung up on height with keepers. Like jumping reach or aerial reach, rather. I don't really need a holding midfielder. You seem decent. Yeah. Yeah, one of the guys I used to work with was a big Hajduk Split supporter. So I kind of naturally gravitated toward them a little bit, but I don't really care much one way or the other. All told, 6 positioning, huh? As a defender. It's fine if you were. I mean, if it was just because you're a under 20. Oh, like the jersey you purchased was not very good. Yeah, that's fair. That happens with some frequency. Come on, only a couple of youngsters. What are you guys doing? And you are foreign. Bosnia's foreign? Or does it just means he was like trained foreign? Like he grew up in Germany? Or no, couldn't be. He's just Bosnian. Yikes. Okay, I guess Bosnia we're counting as... Is Bosnia not in the EU? Could have sworn. Bosnia and Herzegovina? I guess I could just look up EU nations. Oh, yeah, no Bosnia. How about that? Oh, like none of the Balkans, huh? Just Croatia. Interesting. I mean, the closest you get's Hungary and Greece, I guess. Yikes. Look, I know nothing about the EU. I have no clue. I also don't know enough about the like ethnicities in the Balkans to know like who comes from where. Like, you know, is that they descend from Turkey by way of the Ottoman Empire, or is that, you know, is that too far back? This guy seems like he'd be decent, right? I'm just gonna have to look it up. Political science, I have to assume PS is. International relations. Okay, cool. Fair. Yeah, it's rough. Things are bad, kind of globally. I don't think anybody is enjoying what's their countries are doing or direction of kind of anything at the moment. We're all kind of in a collective, just general blech, you know? Central defender, under 20 years old, for free? You bet. If I can bring him in on loan for no money and no, like, guaranteed playtime. Woof. I knew Bosnia was not well liked amongst the Balkans, but I did not realize that it was just because they were Turkish or descendant, I suppose. That's rough. And that wasn't like, you know, long ago. That was 30 years ago. 30 to 40. Oh, we were here. Whoops. Man, awful. Is Osijek where I started? No. Man, okay. just a few more guys to click through before I get to a place where I'm happy with my loanies. I also think there's a good chance that some of these guys just say no. I don't really care. Sure, you can be an important player. I just won't play you. In theory, but again, I don't necessarily think that he accepts. Oh, thanks. I appreciate it. I have very strong opinions about like knowledge, and that knowledge is to be shared and not hoarded, and I would very much prefer to be somebody who knows things and teaches and shares than somebody who just consumes knowledge and uses it for any kind of like power. Power's not quite the right word, but yeah, I don't. There's nothing to be gained by me knowing something and holding that over somebody else. Look, I'm getting low. It's the only way. I need bodies, frankly. And I will take whoever I can get within reason. That one didn't work. I've already looked at you. You're joining Locomotive, so you're probably not going to want to join on a free, right? Fine. 20 years old, striker. You're decent looking. All right. Klopich. Wait, I think I did start with Osijek. Didn't I? Oh, that's tough. I mean, I know there's only 10 teams, but... they can start wherever they want to. They can play literally anywhere else. I just need them for the next 4 months, give or take. Oh, Slavin, I haven't looked at yet. Guess I did. Something about this guy seems familiar. Nope. No. Maybe? No. You look pretty good. I could play you as a backup attacking central midfielder. On loan. No wage contribution. So long as I play him as a shadow striker, right? That's the agreement? Yeah, okay. I don't need a backup midfielder that badly. Thankfully. Kosovan. Left-sided. Don't really need it. Don't. 7 marking? Boo. I guess if you're covering, maybe. You're pretty good. When's your birthday? February. So you stop being a U21. Cool. Cool. Great. All right. And he was the last one. I mean, not really. Martin Sodacek. He is at Basel. Hanging out. Starting and playing inconsistently. Or playing consistently without too much end product, it looks like. Basel, however, are in first place. So he is turning out regularly for them. I don't know if we need a center back, but I don't like that the one center back I have that I'm able to start is leaving on a transfer. So I guess we do need one just to fill in the gap because this guy leaves before we play another game after this next one. I don't know what the cup rules are. I'm sure that the loans have some kind of impact there, but I don't care about the cup. I need to get promoted first so that we can become professional or so that I can get a coaching badge and then promptly leave for a professional club. Is he one of the guys you had at Rijeka? I have to assume. look, I'll look people up, but there's almost a 0% chance that I can pick up anybody. Vuskovic. Mario Vuskovic. Yeah, at Hamburg, ain't no way. Yeah, he's good. he's an actual player. He's keeping them in the Bundesliga, which I don't have loaded for some reason. I goofed, but it'll get loaded in the new year. I think. Did I end up doing that? Add remove leagues. Am I adding Germany? Yeah, I don't know how I missed Germany, but I just didn't click it. Yeah, he's good. He's pretty good. It is updated to last week sometime, because like if I go to Chelsea as my touchstone, this is gross. What are we? Yeah, like João Pedro plays for Chelsea. So yes, to answer your question. All right, we're still just looking for loans. It would have been nice if I could pick up. Oh no, I'm just not even that good. Korpar Japek is decent. I don't really think we need you. Yeah, and you're not good enough anyway. Liziak, you look pretty good. What do you miss? Oh, like all of your mentals. Okay, well, never mind. Oh, I just got blinded by all this yellow down here and thought he was good to go, but missed the anticipation and concentration. Okay. Can't afford a Canadian? You from Montreal? Doesn't say where he's born, but with a name like Patrick, well, it's like Canadian Croatian, I suppose. Huh, no. I don't have a great PC. It's about 10 years old here in a few months. I did upgrade the CPU at one point, but that was still like 7 or 8 years ago. It does take a little while whenever it's transfer season to get through any amount of time quickly. Luka Vuskovic. Look, again, I'll look up anybody. Vuskovic. Ooh, which one though? Oh, he's on loan. He's already on loan at at one of the teams that is in the league. He's at the 6th place team. So that's fun. That's good for me. Yeah, I certainly don't mind anybody from in the chat to recommend players. Yeah, that's good ball knowledge to just kind of pull that out of your hat. But yeah, you're basically like my scouts. Of course, I would enjoy that. You guys are doing extra work for me, but it's all for good content. So yeah, I'm down. And we're back to Zagreb. All right, that's everybody. We have what? How many offers did I make? 4. That's could have been better. I'm either of these center backs and this goalkeeper, and we'll be good. I think the right back I wanted just because he's really, really good. And our right back is average, but ours at the very least. Any country in mind? I mean, Europe at all. Like any European that would come here. I think the problem is going to be getting them for free. As far as where I want where I want to manage, I don't really care. Kind of wherever. Everybody accepted, but will they come to me? Almost assuredly not. Almost no chance. Fingers crossed, though. And I guess I guess if I can loan them, like if I could make loan offers, that means that they're able to join. I don't think I have to wait until the window opens, right? It's been a while. I haven't done a lot of loans. I tend to, especially when I'm building clubs, I tend to want to invest in players that have some growth potential. and then just let them either progress and help us, or help them grow and help us by giving us good results, instead of getting loans to, force us into higher levels or something like that. Oh, that's a lot. Hey, that's too many. Is that every player in the game? Because surely it must be. I think I couldn't even get to 200,000 when I tried to get everybody. Yikes. Well, I suppose let me know how that goes, because that's a lot. So this guy doesn't count as foreign, even though he's Macedonian. Is Macedonia in the EU? What's just my curiosity? What is the benefit of having 400,000 players loaded into your save? Macedonia's not EU. What the heck? Are they EU now? Are they considered EU? This is wild. Competitions. Rules. Oh, sure. Every single Wonder Kid is fair. To a point. All European Union nations. Oh, right, because there's a whole bunch of... All right. North Macedonia does not count, but it's not counting him as foreign. Is he trained? Because if he's trained in Croatia, that's another thing entirely. No, he's trained in North Macedonia. What the heck? I don't think I could sign him if I wanted to. That's quite the sentence. Yeah, but, like, this guy's based in Croatia, but he's Nigerian, so he's foreign. Same as Zahirovic, who's Bosnian, and I think I have one other foreigner. Yeah, another Bosnian, who, even though they're playing in Croatia, count as foreign. So I don't know what this is, because, like, if I go to Varsdeen, does he count as foreign? Oh, he does. He counts as foreign. Okay, never mind. Then that's a non-issue. Nah, it looks to be correct. No, my best player is injured for tomorrow. What are you injured with? Tight calf? We'll play you. You'll be all right. You'll battle through. You're a strong lad. And it's just a tight calf. I mean, how bad can it be? It's interesting that they think... Is he just not good? Just pick a bad one? Oh, he's 34. He's actively declining. Fair enough. Why would I not play you as a... Yeah, you should be a midfielder for me. What the heck? Yeah, you should absolutely be in the middle. What are you doing? Yeah, not that guy. Lutic, for sure. I was playing with that same Japanese team that's awful and had terrible wage structure. Oh, and they were professional, by the way. And then they became semi-professional at the end of the season. So they said that all of the full-time players would gain part-time contracts shortly. At which point I said, well, you're not giving me any coaching qualifications, so I am out. I am no longer interested in managing your team. So that's what the third league of Japan manages like. Oh, for sure. At the first opportunity, I was like, maybe I can make it work, because I am sending that guy who's on 400,000 pounds a year. I'm just not renewing his contract, of course, because how could you? They're planning for a draw, which means I'm gonna win. I don't know why. Yeah, I feel like I was just trying to do right. I could have gotten rid of that guy and, no kidding, replaced him with 5 or 6 players. Like, I could have Gareth Baled him, but just by getting rid of his wages. All right, we got a center back. Let's go. We get him in January. Perfect. Oh, we got both center backs. Nice. Love that. Okay. Loanees are going to help us through. I mean, if this dude pulls up lame, if Piplica pulls up lame, we don't play another game until January, so it's fine. I can select how many? What did that say? You must select 11 players and may select up to 9 subs. Okay. Oh, Retar, are you still? Yeah, that was the keeper. Okay, I will play Retar, I guess. We're just making it to January, and then we'll overhaul training. All right. Immediately after that Japanese club, I did move to Dundalk, for what it's worth. And they're great. We're first in the Irish second tier. So I have no complaints. I got everything out of it I wanted. Should I play? This is crazy. I know. It's going to sound even crazier. Should I play with the sound on? I used to not, but I think they've made it a little better. Oh, just for a little bit of ambience. I'm glad that didn't go in, because that would have been the first minute goal against us. Hey, they seem to be breaking on the counter. Oh, look at how many. We got 5 guys back. And the keeper punches of clear. Get back in your goal. And that is why we need a new keeper. So I'm having to deal with that. It's a decent punch. Oh, my left midfielder suffered a groin injury. It's a good punch, but if he punched it, he probably could have caught it. Eh. All right, get in the box. He saved that? Man, that's good stuff. Bump that volume a tiny bit. Piplica. Penalty! Oh. Clean tackle, apparently. It's actually too loud now, isn't it? Anything louder than my voice is too loud on stream. And that's not ego. That's just bad audio experience. They have 1 shot on target for .12 XG, and they lead heading into the half-hour mark. Pipla puts the ball in, header, and Karamatic puts it away. He is one of my center backs, not on loan from anybody. That's encouraging to see. It also helps that he's, I think, 6'4". Yes, we will work the ball into the box because I to agree that on 8 shots we should probably have better than 0.9 shots. We should have better than 0.82 XG. I'd like to be doing better than 0.1 XG per shot if we can at all help it. Get there first. Get there first. No shots. No shots on our keeper. No shots on our keeper. God bless America. That's so bad. Keeper dove the wrong way. Dove the wrong way by a lot. It's going to be really difficult trying to win games without a goalkeeper in the first half. Debajati comes back on after his penalty heroics in the previous game. And we just hope for the best. We haven't had another shot since we moved to work the ball into the box, which is a little concerning. Oh, there we go. We're good. We just got to keep creating chances best we can. Love when all 3 of my attacking players need substitutions over time. And one of them's a loanee anyway. Poacher, play the simple game. Play the simple game. Everybody gets forward where possible. We will be trying to score from inside of their box. And we will be doing that by overloading and providing numbers. Can we overlap both sides? Need you guys just find another gear. I'd love one more goal. Lutic into the box. Bounce around, pinball action, and out for a goal kick. Nope. Corner. Corner taken again. Fairly quickly. Back out to Lutic. And he loses possession. And into highlight. Good stuff. Part of me is encouraged by having an XG of 2. Part of me is discouraged because the XG against was 0.43 and we let in 2 goals. So I'm going to let them off the hook and get a goalkeeper is immediately. Yeah, we're not going to lose them again. I was hoping we could hang on. We'll be fine. Yeah, I'm going to lose games with this club because they're absolutely garbage. What performance? What performance are you talking about? The performance where he was like slightly better than average? I'm not going to bring him to the club for slightly better than average performances. Yeah. Look, it happens. We're going to lose a lot of games at Yarun. The goal for the year is to try to not get relegated. Like, expectations are not high. That we won the game against the third-ranked team is remarkable in its own way. What is this response? Has the time spent on the training ground to adopt a new position been worth the weeks of months and effort? I know with every fiber of my being that it's been a success, especially in this version of the multiverse. What are we doing? It's a dumb introduction. I don't, again, care much for the conferences, but I will do them because I've been bit a couple of times by my assistant manager saying just some of the most out-of-pocket nonsense you've ever heard. It, like, promising to sell players and promising new contracts and, like, no idea why he's given the opportunity or speaking about those things in the first place. But he answers the questions. I now have promises that I need to address. All right, I actually don't need this guy because he's Macedonian and I can't afford non-EU players. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's my job, so he can't have it. I need this guy healthy. This is like my star player, and I haven't gotten to use him yet because he was suspended, and then while he was suspended, he hurt himself in training. So here's what I'm going to do. We're probably coming here up close to the end of the stream because it's almost 2 in the morning. And while it's not a work day tomorrow, it is still almost 2 in the morning where I live. So should probably head to bed at some point. This is good. I probably will once I get through backyard baseball because I love backyard baseball. Probably my first game ever. I will probably start regularly playing Football Manager on Saturdays for my sake. And I'll probably try and start about 8 o'clock if I can help it, maybe a little earlier, but my kid goes to bed at 7:30, and they almost never go down immediately, so not too good. Sorry, man. Just bad timing. I will definitely be playing this more. But yeah, I don't know. It won't be until next week, most likely. He's outperforming the league by so much, and he's average. I mean, I'd take him in a heartbeat. They're paying him $4,000 a year to be a star player. Oof. He's player of the month. That makes sense. He's actually pretty good. Zach Paolo Piplica. He's German. This dude is wild. He's German Bosnian. Zach Paolo Piplica. So cool. Guy, sure. Good job, pal. I am surprised. It's great hair. It's 80s hair, for sure. It's so good. What's funny is that, like, he's got a mullet, like a true mullet, because if you, like, cover up the sides of his head, you could see that he would just have a super normal head of hair. But it rules. I am thrilled. And he's, like, he's a decent player. You'd probably pick him up for, like, I don't know, some decent, like, he's too good for... He probably does wear Spanish pants, if I had to guess. Oh, that was the other thing. I was thinking about how, like, good Dundalk were in the second tier of Scotland, to kind of get into just an idea for how good this team is in Croatia. And it was very silly to... I was losing potential transfer targets, like pretty good transfer targets, like 4-star recommendation, to Vanarama North teams. It's like English 6-tier teams, and it blew my mind that I think I lost 2 different players to AFC filed in the League North, non-league North. So bad, basically. Not a high level, but they're paying for my second badge in my other save, as opposed to the 0 badges I'm going to have in this save. And I will say it too, as far as streaming Football Manager goes, I will be streaming again Friday or Wednesday. Anyway, Wednesday should be open, I think. Yes. Yeah. Because that'll be, right now it'll be the Football Manager day, but here soon it'll be Saturday again, once I finish up backyard baseball, but that could be a few weeks yet. I got my goalkeeper. Things are looking really nice here in the new year. Got a right back, 2 defenders, and a goalkeeper all on loan. And that is exactly what I need. I will probably send a couple of guys home on loan because I just don't need to carry. Like, I think I have 4 center backs on loan right now. Well, the league only starts in, I only joined in November. So, yes. December already, and this cup here is the only game until the beginning of February. So, that is the point I wanted to make earlier. I will go ahead and get through into game time before the next stream. We're not gonna do any more just chilling while I wait for a club. There's no need to. There's not going to be any transfer activity unless I get more loans, and I'll cover that in the next stream anyway. So, yeah, this is a big one, and I think it's a quarterfinal too, which is crazy that we're here. I'm hoping that they're heavily rotating, but I can't imagine that with a quarterfinal looming, they're going to be playing their backups. It'll be a good test to see how good we are, because I can assure you we are not going to stack up at all. We're going to be real bad. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I mean, I wanted some of their players on loan, some of their 19-year-olds on loan, and those weren't even their B players. Those were their U19s or U21s, potentially. So, yeah, it's a fair point. It's going to be a tough game regardless. Yeah, why? I mean, frankly, I don't want to do this. We move on. No. Send me a summary. Those meetings are largely useless. Occasionally there's interesting stuff, but there's nothing that you can't see in an email summary as opposed to actually attending the meeting yourself. Good Lord. This is absolutely my longest stream to date, of course. I started at 8, but played backyard baseball and then picked this up afterwards. So going on 5.25 hours and feeling good. Just, a little sleepy because it's pretty late. What's the goal of your save, of your 500,000 players? What's the, are you, I don't know, what's the goal? What's the attempt? Why? Why would these two be dead? What happened? Oh, and tomorrow? Are you kidding me? Did they play for the U19s or something? What the hell? Lame. Well, whatever. I guess. Pipple will come off the bench. And I need a right-sided player who's different. Nice. It's pretty good. Who is this? Why was he unavailable? Why was he on the bench? Where were you? I played a game without him. Oops. Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. That's a good one. I don't tend to like gracefully end my saves before the next Football Manager. Sometimes I'll keep playing the save until after I feel like it's in a good spot to end it. It also gives Football Manager time to get that first update out, usually a couple weeks or so. And I'm not talking about the pre-release like beta phase either. Like they fully release the game, and then after a few weeks, they tend to have at least one small update for like bug fixes or anything like that. And then I tend to pick it up after that. But yeah, I'll just leave saves where they are, especially if I feel like I've got to a good point, or like I've accomplished enough, basically. They want to. If he's just. No, stop. I don't need the introduction. Oh, he gone. Oh, I can't do anything about this. I'm absolutely going to have to sell him, which is nice because I'll get some money. But I'm not going to be able to reinvest it. So, boy, I'm going to be looking for some more loans. Yeah, the bugs kind of ruin it. And also just like not having the update kills me to a degree. I don't know if they're doing that this year, though. I haven't looked if they're doing the beta again. I assume they would, but I don't know for sure. No, we won't be. We won't be evading bans. Not today. Thank you. No spam in the chat. All right. Well, here we go. I left you out because you're dead. You have no stamina. I don't know what happened, but you're dog tired for no reason. I mean, you've played 3 matches in 2 weeks, so I kind of get it, but you shouldn't be that confused as to why you're not starting. Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea, but I also don't think that they've really like announced when it's going to come out. September, I have to assume, right? Maybe I'm wrong. I just also haven't been up to date on it. I've got a lot going on. I have another kid on the way, and the due date is late September, so I may not be playing Football Manager terribly much anyway. Yeah, usually. September's FIFA. That's what or EAFC, I guess. That's what I'm thinking of. Yeah, no, the Football Manager is always pretty late. But I'm wondering if because they missed FM25 entirely, if FM26 might come a little early. Or not, I don't know. I think they do wait until after the transfer window on purpose for whatever reason. But then there's no reason for them to avoid October entirely. Yeah, I don't know how much I want to see before it comes out. I may take the approach that Full Metal takes by not looking at anything and just kind of being happily surprised by what I get. Just wide. They are playing decent football, and their possession is very good, and we are half an hour in, and we do not look comfortable at all. I need to work the ball into the box. I need to have some better possession just in every game, for the most part. Let's encourage the team. You guys are doing great. We're not losing, which is pretty nice. I'd like to have more than 0 shots on target by halftime, but I'm happy keeping them to 1. Yeah, why not? Let's keep moving. Keep going. You're doing great. Everybody gets the same treatment. Oh, my right winger is garbage. Let's try something else. Whatever. We'll try. Look, what I say to the players and what I believe are two completely different things. If I tell them that it's winnable, then who knows? We'll go for it. But do I believe that that'll happen? Absolutely not. That's crazy talk. Are you a winger? Would you be a better attacking winger? You sure would. Attacking winger, Zahirovic is left-footed, so you need to be playing wing on attack. We are going to drop you back to support. You both are going to be back on support. And I need to sub you off. Okay. It could be winnable. I mean, we're probably, at this rate, we're going to penalties. I say that, and they're about to score, like 3 goals in the last 20 minutes here. Should have 2 more subs available. Oh, hold on. It's a melee. It's a melee in the box. All right. My right back just scored a worldie. That's that doesn't make any sense. That's so good. I think that's his weak foot too. Was that his left foot? Incredible. Okay, hey, that changes things. No, don't show me another replay. Don't show me a highlight. Wait. Hold. Oh no, we're gonna give a goal up. Oh, wait, no. All right, hold on. I'm gonna let this play out, but we absolutely are about to concede. So let's Oh, I really don't want to do that. Let's undo. Oh man, I don't know. Sure, this is fine. It's fine. Maybe. I don't know. He's off. He's on. That's a clean goal. That's too bad. Well, that worldie might mean nothing, unfortunately. Man. Yeah, we still make the changes. My guys are still tired. We're about to potentially go to extra time. But now differently. They just subbed 4 players onto the field. Oh, there's a highlight in the 93rd minute. Somebody win a tackle, please. This would be devastating. All right, good header. That's not even close to being reasonable possession-based football. Oh, good interception. Oh, my Lord. Yes! Okay. This team's got some fight. Hey, this right back needs a statue out front of the stadium. All right, well, that's a quarterfinal. Done and dusted, as you like it. Oh, to score 2 goals and not even get to 1 XG, unbelievable. My backup striker. You love to see it. He's so good. He's 2-star. Oh, man. I was down to... Oh, we were in the last minute of that game. That rules. That's right side, huh? Man. Well, that's great. That's tremendous. Yeah, hey, take pride. That was great. Yeah, I guess so, huh? Having the composure. I usually don't put like too much stock in the mental stats, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's the technical stats that don't matter. Well, that's great. I don't know where you've been all this time, but I appreciate 2 assists. That rules. Okay, well, man. So, am I paying your wage? Sure am. I'm going to send you home because I can't play you. And you've been injured for a long time. I don't know why we didn't cancel his loan. Been out for 4 weeks. You've been out for over a month. The season's only been going since August. He played 2 months. Oh, but for sure. Yeah, I tell them whatever Football Manager believes is the correct thing to say, which is kind of silly, but I do. But what I actually believe is usually nothing. Like, I don't believe that I should be telling my players that, they should be expected to win the game here and there and whatever. If they're losing at halftime, I say I'm disappointed. If they're winning at halftime, I said good work. If we're drawing, usually it's either I'm disappointed still, unless we're a bad team like this, and then I'll say, you know what, let's keep it moving. We can win this one yet based on stats. And that's it. There's no guesswork into player management, at least in this game. All right, so the one change was to work ball into the box. I think this is all still good. I don't think I need to roll it out. I don't think we need to be that aggressive with possession. And this is good too. I don't think I mind the crosses as long as they're not low. But I think trapping outside is probably the way to do it. Because what I want our team to do is I want to compress into the 18-yard box. I want my left back and right back sitting internally. And I think I've got the defense to be able to take care of it. 6'3" and 6'2", and I've got a couple of guys coming through. Cool. All right, well, that's going to do it. It is early in the morning, the day after I started recording. So I will go ahead and call it there. That's a good one to go out on. Quick recap, I suppose, of the save so far. I joined before this game. We drew 0-0. It was a bore. It was a snooze fest. We won against the 3rd-ranked team, and then we lost to the 9th-ranked team because I am only allowed to play U21, or I have to play U21 players, and I don't have extra, so had to play fake goalkeepers. And then I got to play a real goalkeeper, and would you look at that, we won a game. So against Croatian Premier talent. So the entire month of January off. We come back halfway through February. We've already got 4 loanees coming in. I'm going to go ahead and try taking a look to see if we can get a couple more in, because that's what we're going to be doing. Finances this year are bad. And our wage budget is pretty high, which is not great. I do think we have an opportunity to sell a guy or two, which I'm not thrilled with. I think he's the big one, but we can get that wage back into some loans. We can get the his value in back toward the wage, or back toward some kind of transfer budget, I guess. But I think at a minimum, it'll get finances back up over 0, at which point I might be able to ask for a coaching badge, which would be great. So appreciate everybody for sticking around. I will go ahead and call it there. What am I doing? Monday is Black Mesa, I believe. So if anybody wants to stick around for that, feel free. Otherwise, I will be uploading Football Manager and Backyard Baseball to the VOD channel probably tomorrow. Get everything up. Have a lovely evening, and we will see everybody later.